He planned his own disappearance with a level of precision investigators still can't explain. He destroyed his identity. He removed every label from his clothes. He avoided cameras with the skill of someone trained to vanish. And when his body washed up on an Irish beach, the police realized something terrifying. This man had been erasing himself long before he arrived.
This is the case of the man known only as Peter Bergmann.
A name he chose, a name that led nowhere, a name that belonged to no one.
In June of 2009, he arrived in the small Irish town of Sligo. No family, no friends, no luggage, no digital footprint. Over the next 72 hours, he executed a plan that investigators still call the cleanest erasure of a human identity in modern European history. Tonight, we're going to walk through Peter's final movements, step by step. Because in a case this strange, every second matters. On June 12, 2009, a quiet middle-aged man stepped off a bus in Sligo, Ireland. He carried almost nothing. A purple plastic bag, a small black shoulder bag, and a face that revealed nothing about the life he came from. He walked with purpose, not rushed, not hesitant, but calm, like he knew exactly what the next 72 hours would look like. He paid in cash. He spoke softly, no accent anyone could clearly place. From the moment he arrived, he left no footprints except the ones people physically saw. No digital trail, no identity, no past that followed him into the country. He walked straight to the Sligo City Hotel and checked in under the name Peter Bergmann. It was the first of many details that didn't make sense, because there was no Peter Bergmann in any national or international database. No passport, no records, no address, no country claiming him. He had entered Ireland as a ghost, and for reasons still unknown, he intended to leave the same way. In the hotel, he was polite, almost overly so. He avoided eye contact. He kept to himself. He declined housekeeping and placed the Do Not Disturb sign on his door every day. Inside his room, he sat at the desk writing notes on small pieces of paper, then tore them into tiny fragments, and made sure every scrap vanished. Every label on his clothing had been cut out by hand. Every identifying marker removed. No brand, no size, nothing. Who does that? And why? Hotel staff said he seemed calm, but there was something tightly controlled about him, like a man carrying a burden he didn't want anyone else to see. Over the next 2 days, he followed a pattern. Every morning, he left the hotel with his purple bag full. Every evening, he returned with it empty. Whatever he was disposing of, he never threw anything away near cameras. He walked through the city with the awareness of someone mapping blind spots. He checked behind him more than once, and he always emptied that bag. Police still don't know what he removed from his life during those walks. Letters, photos, documents, medication, evidence of who he really was. At one point, he mailed a letter. One single letter. The destination was never revealed. The contents were never disclosed. No one ever came forward to say they received it. If you were trying to erase your identity, what would you destroy first? June 14th was the last day anyone saw him alive. That evening, he walked through Sligo carrying a large white envelope pressed tightly under his arm. He held it carefully, like it contained something important, something personal, something final. Hours later, he returned to the hotel without it. No one knows where he left it, or why. No camera captured him disposing of it. No trace of it was ever found. Was it a confession? Medical records? A note to someone far away? Or something he needed to make sure never surfaced? Whatever it was, it vanished with him. On June 15th, he took a taxi to Ross's Point, a quiet coastal area outside Sligo. He told the driver he wanted to swim. His voice was calm. His hands didn't shake. He walked to the sand, folded his clothes neatly, removed his shoes, and placed them beside him. Then he lay down facing the ocean. By the next morning, he was gone. A family walking the beach found him. He looked peaceful, almost as if he had simply fallen asleep. But nothing about the days leading to this moment was peaceful. The autopsy revealed a body in pain, advanced prostate cancer, bone tumors, heart issues, the kind of pain that would have made daily life agonizing. But he had taken no medication, not a single pill, not even something for the cancer. He had been suffering silently. His belongings held no identification, no labels, no wallet, no phone, nothing personal. He was a dying man who made sure no one would know who he was or what he had carried with him through life. Police reviewed hours of CCTV footage, but some of the most important recordings, the clearest, closest angles of his final movements, were accidentally overwritten. Key timestamps, key locations, irrecoverable. Important witness statements were redacted. Entire passages in the investigative documents were blacked out. Pages withheld from public release. And eventually, investigators admitted the one thing no one wanted to hear. We have no idea who he was. And we may never know. 3 theories dominate this case. The first is the most compassionate. He was a terminally ill man who chose to die alone, far from home, to spare someone he loved from the burden of watching him suffer. But if that's true, why hide everything? The second theory is darker, that he was a former intelligence operative, someone trained to move unnoticed, to erase their identity, to disappear with precision. His behavior matched that possibility more than once. And then there's the third theory, the one investigators whisper about, that he was a fugitive, a man escaping justice, a man who carried a past too dangerous to reveal, a man who believed his only escape was death. If that's true, what was in the envelope he destroyed? Peter spent his last days removing himself from the world one piece at a time. A life undone with deliberate, almost painful precision. Until nothing remained but a body on a lonely Irish beach, a name no one recognized, and a trail that vanished in every direction. No family came forward, no country claimed him, no past was uncovered. He left behind only one question. If he wanted to disappear completely, why did he choose to let his body be found? Maybe he didn't want to vanish entirely. Maybe he needed the world to know that he existed at all. Thank you for watching this episode of Dark Past. If this story pulled you in, make sure you like the video, comment your theory about who Peter Bergmann really was, and subscribe so you don't miss episode 2. We're going even deeper next time.